Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Levels are looking good. On the move. I woke up this morning. I didn't really wake up this morning. I've been up since about 2 a.m. Yo, what time is it? It's about 10:15. Couldn't sleep. Some super moons were zigging by. I don't know. I'm kind of a night owl sometimes. I don't trip though. I just roll with it. You know, I'm laying in bed. Liz was fast asleep. Oh man, she was sleeping well. And I was like, I can't stay here. The night is calling me. It's like, so I go outside, and I realize, oh, it's fucking cold out here, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm gonna get in the car. So I got in one of my cars, but I was like, I can't turn on the car and crank up the heat. I'm just gonna sit in my freezing cold car. And I did. I just watched the sunrise. It was beautiful. Pulled my kind of knees up to my chest. I pulled my heels up to my butt, kind of, you know, sitting on my little feet on the seat. And I take my t-shirt and I wrap it around my knees, you know, so it's like, looks like you got big knee boobs, you know the move. And I just curled up, pulled my arms into my sleeves, and then I dipped my head down into my the collar of my shirt, and I just started like, you know, you put your face down into the little tent that you formed, and I just was there breathing, trying to get warm. And I took a sniff, and I was like, oh my god. What am I, like, murdering worms in my throat? It's like fucking, the flavor of death came oozing out of my mouth like that green little wisp, you know, that the frog ribbits in Nightmare. You guys ever see Nightmare? Classic movie. You should check it out. It's called Stop Action, I think. I don't know. I think it's puppeteered. It might be strings. I don't know how they do it, but it's an interesting movie. I fell asleep, but I remember there's frog's breath in it. That will look kind of cool. Oh, golly. I'm on a street where it used to have a Starbucks, and now it's gone. You don't see that very often. Like, the flagship Starbucks is closed down. That's when you know the economy's taking a shit in its pants. Although I noticed Starbucks seem to be all moving into, like, Targets, and, you know, like, the rent's a little cheaper and there's more foot traffic. Hey, since we're going to be shopping all morning, let's get a coffee. When I go to Target now, everybody with a cart has like a Starbucks coffee cup in there. It's a good way to lure people into shopping too. It's like, oh, we can get a coffee. Ooh, let's do it. You guys ever notice I have like two voices I do? I do this one, and then I do this one. I do the movie phone and the ambiguous sexuality guy. I call it the bisexual guy who lives within me. Yes, he does. Deal with it, bitch. Okay, so I'm parked outside of Dignity Health, and I'm just procrastinating? I'm procrastinating for a minute, okay? I'm gonna go in. Christ's sakes. I'm counting Amazon vans. 1, Mississippi. Oh, man. No, I'm trying to think of what to talk about. Nothing's coming to mind. God, you guys are putting too much pressure on me. So I released the first few shows, and I don't know. I don't know how to gauge anything. I don't know how to look up analytics. I really don't know how, like, I think Apple requires you to pay something to, like, see how your show's doing. On YouTube, you can see how many views, but, like, I don't think YouTube's where people are kind of looking at this shit. So I did look. There's, like, 1 or 2 views, which is great. I mean, if two's just knocking it out of the park. 1, it's pretty good. You know, because I'm literally in my car talking. So if it's like 1 other person's in the car with me, that's sweet. You got a conversation. It's a one-sided kind of, you know, narcissistic conversation. It's like, me. Hey, yeah, no, jump in the car. Yeah. Dude, let's go on a fucking 20-minute road trip together. But can you put this duct tape on your mouth? Okay, great. Cool. Jump in. So, on the move. But 2 people, I mean, there's somebody in the back seat. Fucking A, man. I'm telling like a yarn. I'm like spreading the gospel at this point. Hey, you guys want to talk? Do you want to hear me talk about Stop Mo? Right on. They're all frowning, you know. Cool. All right. Well, hold tight. Here we go. And then when you get to your location, you're like, rip. God, your fucking car's noisy and your breath stinks. And my good Lord, your fucking stories are so tired. You do the same 2 voices. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, I'm exotic for the first, couple episodes, and then I'm just passé, as they say, baby. Come on. Yeah, when I decided to make a podcast, I made a choice. I said, let's try to be entertaining. But, by season 2, let's just try to maintain it. Keep viewers or listenership. Listenership. Climb aboard the listenership. No, we don't have lollipops, okay? Don't you guys ever wish you could, afford an icebreaker ship, and just go right and just drive it straight to the North Pole and just go check out Mount Meru? I want to fucking see Mount Meru. That would be dope. Maybe Mount Meru's on the move, as they say. I wouldn't be surprised if they dislodged that baby, and that's why the magnetic north is migrating. It's migrating south, baby. You know why? They took Mount Meru, the big magnetic black mountain at the north node of our little flat planet, and they put it up on some big, black rock. Got some big barges. They're so loaded. Black Rock can fucking move mountains. Hey, why did you start Black Rock? So we could move mountains. Oh, that's cool. What mountains do you want to move? Mount Meru. We want to put it in our backyard so the whole world revolves around us. No, I don't know. Maybe it's like the prized jewel of this realm, and they're slowly taking it to their masters over the ice wall. You know, or maybe it's actually going down some tunnel, and it's an angled tunnel that's moving to the southern hemisphere slowly. And they're taking it to their masters underground, the caves of Morlock. There's a goblin I worked for once in Morlock. He was an asshole. Oh my god, you ever work for an asshole? Like a total dick. And when you're not working with him directly, like in that kind of capacity, he's super nice. But then when you get on a job and he's the boss, he's such a dick. You know these people. You know, they look like giant gray aliens. They're sinister smiles that just creep up the side of their face. And they do little eye wobbles and head shimmy shakes. Because their programming is a little off. And when you're in the hybridization program and some of the genetic code didn't go through correctly, you're an experiment. Sure, you're massively psychic and like wicked. You're like high-level warlock with your magic. You can just lay people to waste with But you need your minions, to protect you and keep your moat hydrated and surround you in your little high castle, your fortification. We can't have a breach into the fortified realms. But every now and then you get to break the breach because it's like a Saturday and nobody's around. Like your handlers are taking the day off, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody in the building. Doesn't seem like there's a threat. There's any wolves, any little vampires about. But then one comes into your office and just confronts you. The old crone. Yeah, socks you with a fucking punch to the forehead. Punch of truth. A little bit of truth. Start your day off right. Big, tall latte and a little slap of truth. That'll open up the eyeballs a little, You don't want you don't want too much blue light, in them eyeballs of yours. You want a full spectrum. You want to get out now and then. Sometimes a slap of truth kind of gets you out of your seat. You get up, you move around, and you can play a little guitar and get back to reading about yourself.